KD Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds. Alex L., what's up? Oakland, California, checking in. We got Stephanie Macklin. What up? Dog City's finest. What was that? Venus Phillips, Oakland, California. War and Peace. Rico reports. Jonathan Davis. What's up, Bronx? All right, fam, I'm going in. I ain't holding off no more, man. I'm going in. So let me put up a pic, T.I. right quick, for those of you who may not know what he looks like and been living under a rock for the last 20 plus years. So T.I. was arrested on a mistaken identity Sunday night at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. A warrant had been issued for another man named Clifford Harris, the same as T.I.'s real name, who was wanted in Baltimore, Maryland. The suspect is wanted for alleged involvement in violent behavior towards a woman, stalking, and possibly involving a gun. T.I. was taken from the airport to Clayton County Jail. Since the warrant was issued out of state, the arrest triggered an automatic extradition hearing. T.I.'s attorney said that he got on the phone with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and had T.I. released within 2 hours of his arrest. The judge reviewed and dismissed the extradition order. Check this out, fam. The Clifford Harris, who is wanted, reportedly weighs 205 pounds. T.I. reportedly weighs 165 pounds. The complaint was filed on June 13th this year. How many of you seriously think that T.I. was accosted by the police at an airport in Atlanta and they didn't know who he was? I don't believe them. I don't believe them one bit. And what's this about arresting a Clifford Harris just because his name is Clifford Harris? How many damn John Washingtons or Michael Browns, Michael Jeffersons that came through the damn airport and you didn't arrest them because another guy was wanted in a whole other state? Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think what they did, they used that as an excuse to lock up my boy. They used it as an excuse to inconvenience him. They knew he was going home, but they didn't have to do that. Also, when he vehemently denied that's who he was, all they had to do is make a couple of phone calls, and they would have been like, "Yeah, no, that's T.I. He live in Georgia. He right here in Atlanta. No, he not from Baltimore. This, and he weighed 160. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have worked with him, but they wanted to put the cuffs on him to try to embarrass him. They wanted to put the cuffs on him to stretch their authority. And this is what people in those type of positions oftentimes do. They're petty. They'll take out their personal grievances on unsuspecting members of the public. Their job is supposed to be public safety. That's supposed to be their number one job. But what they'll do oftentimes is they'll stretch their authority. They'll use their position to harm people in the community. They knew damn well who T.I. was. T.I. one of the most famous people in all of Atlanta. In all of Atlanta. And they didn't know who he was? That's a damn lie. They couldn't find somebody to eyeball him and say, yeah, man, that's T.I., man, let him go. They couldn't find somebody. I don't believe them. I don't believe them one bit. That's a lie. T.I., mistaken identity, arrested for mistaken identity. When I first heard it, when I first heard of the arrest, I was like, already sounds suspicious. But then when I found out it was in Atlanta, I was like, oh man, he was targeted. There ain't no damn mistaken identity. They knew exactly who he was, and they used that little name discrepancy so that they could, take out their personal grievance against him. That's all that was about. Those uncivilized mutts locked the homie up and inconvenienced the homie for nothing. That's what that was about. They ain't fooling me. I'm not buying it one bit. I don't care what type of angle you try to put on it. I'm not buying it. So they said, so all they had was a name. Nothing else matched. They didn't say what the guy's age was. I'm sure T.I. had his ID on him, so he could show them his ID. They could have figured that out right there at the airport. They didn't have to take him in. They didn't have to transport him and trigger an extradition. They did it because they could. And there's too many people in law enforcement, too many people involved in the court system that use their authority to add personal grievances. They knew damn well who T.I. was. So you mean to tell me anybody that's wanted all around the country, anybody who's wanted all around the country, if you got the same exact name that person has, damn what you look like, damn the description, damn what your age is, they just gonna automatically arrest you. You just get automatically arrested. That's a lie. It's thousands of people go through the airports every day. Depending on how big that airport is, it's thousands that will go through the airport on a daily basis. At the very least, hundreds at a more private airport. Hundreds at a private airport. So you got to know that they get names, they get similar names all the time. So why is this any different? It's different because it was T.I. It's different because they was hating that he was somebody. They was hating on his swag. They was hating on his paper. They was hating on his ability to move like he want to move. That's what they was hating on. Them suckers need to be investigated. Some of y'all, well, it wasn't nothing, but, it was a mistake, man. It was just 2 hours. 2 hours. You subject yourself to being locked up for 2 hours. Subject yourself to being arrested, falsely arrested for 2 hours, for 2 seconds. And let's see how you feel about it. They locked that man up because they could. They knew damn well who T.I. was. Did I mention to y'all that this happened in Atlanta, where T.I. is from, where everybody knows his face? He's one of the most famous people in all of Atlanta. All of Atlanta. They asses knew who he was. They knew they had the wrong dude. They knew that wasn't him. I bet you $1 to a donut they were sitting back laughing about it like, yeah, we got a Clifford Harris. Yeah, next time, yeah, we got a Clifford Harris. Just look him up. This is what they probably did. They probably looked T.I. name up when he came through, and they saw that it was a T.I., a Clifford Harris that was wanted, and they saw it and they knew they had that wasn't the same Clifford Harris. They knew it was a warrant out of Baltimore for Clifford Harris out of Baltimore. But they said, you know what? Let's get them. Let's get them, Earl. That's what that was about. Free Mind said he needed a little shakedown for being goofy. Free Mind, you get the goofy comment of the day. Way to go, man. You worked hard on that. You worked hard on that award. Some people can find every excuse in the book to give law enforcement a pass for treating black people wrong. They'll find every excuse in the book. What it does is underscores their disdain for blacks. That's really what it does, and it really exposes them. When they start trying to make up these old stupid excuses, it really exposes them for who they are. As soon as I see somebody doing it, I already know what they're about. It don't matter how they try to dress it up, how they try to rationalize it. Oh, I'm just looking at it from a different point of view. Like you can't always just jump to conclusions and just believe anything. You have to do your research. Yeah, sucker, I ain't trying to hear none of that. As soon as I hear y'all talking a certain way, I already know what you're about. Demetrius Rousseau checking in from Chicago. What's up, Chicago? If you're just not joining, fam, T.I. was arrested on a mistaken case of identity. Did I mention to you that it happened in Atlanta, where he's from, where he's one of the most popular people in the entire city, where he's one of the most recognizable faces in the entire city, always in the media, always on TV. An arrest warrant was issued for another man named Clifford Harris, the same as T.I.'s real name, who was wanted in Baltimore, Maryland. The suspect is wanted for alleged involvement in violent behavior towards a woman, stalking, and possibly involving a gun. T.I. was taken from the airport to Clayton County Jail. Since the warrant was issued out of state, the arrest triggered an automatic extradition hearing. T.I.'s attorney said that he got on the phone with Clayton County Sheriff's Office and had T.I. released within 2 hours of his arrest. The judge reviewed and dismissed the extradition order. I ain't got no problem with that, but these uncivilized mutts do. But they knew that was going to happen when they first arrested him, because they knew who he was. I bet you $1 to a donut those uncivilized mutts knew who T.I. was when they arrested him. They knew he was not wanted. They knew it was another Clifford Harris, but they wanted to embarrass him. And that's what they did. They wanted to inconvenience him. And that's what they did. They wanted him to be reminded, hey, man, we got these, check out how these cuffs feel. You know what I'm saying? We know you ain't did nothing, man, but, we just practicing, man, just in case you get out of line, in case you forgot what they feel like, Yeah, we know you from the streets, man, so you shouldn't be too inconvenienced about this, man. You know what I'm saying? We know we wouldn't typically do our own people like this, man, but, you different, man, because you come from the streets, and, you can handle it. Hating. Haters, haters, haters. Drizzle Beats, Angela Detonac, my bad, Angela Detonac, Angela Detonac, Knack. What's up, Angel Heaven? Steven Tenor, Sean Lunatic, what's up, fam? So who is that? Vo, Vietnamese style, Rahul Arroyo, Taylor Nubia, Demetrius Ritchie, Linda Bolden, the Yo, Kelly Briscoe, what's up? Kathy Rodriguez, what's up, Kathy? DT, Breon Mitchell, Ruth Tejada, what's up, Cake Mix? Cooking with Miss D. Miss D, what's your specialty? What you cook? No matter what you cook, let me tell you one thing you got to know how to cook. This would, if you can cook this, you can damn near cook anything. And this ain't even something that I eat a lot, but it's good. When you get somebody who really know how to cook it. If they can cook this, they damn near can cook anything. Macaroni and cheese. Man, if you can cook a good macaroni, it's hard to find somebody who can cook a good macaroni and cheese who can't cook overall. Typically, if they can cook macaroni and cheese, they can cook overall, they can cook. Yeah, that's right. I said it. They can cook. And macaroni and cheese ain't easy to get right. Only a few people, only a few chosen can really do it. Got to be chosen. Yeah. Mike Nice, what's up? Paul Rockamore, Robert Simmons. Is that Geezy Loke? Geezy Loke? Hold on. We're gonna go back to this right here. So Cooking with Miss D say, I can cook that in my sleep. I'm from New Orleans. My mama taught me how to cook. All right, let me stop you right there. Cooking with Miss D. I want you to know, and everybody else from New Orleans to know this. Just because you're from New Orleans don't mean you can cook. Just because you're from Louisiana don't mean you can cook. See, a lot of people and I'm not saying Cooking with Miss D, I'm not saying you can't. But I'm going to say this, and you know it to be true, because you know everybody in New Orleans can't cook. You know that for a fact. Just like everybody that live in LA or New York don't have money. You know, we be sitting back here watching this TV, and we think just because somebody is from New York or LA, they got money, or they're smart, you know, or they're somehow a superior person just because where they're from. You know, there's a lot of bums from New York and LA, just like there's bums from every damn city in America, including where I live at in Houston. There's bums everywhere. You got dudes who, you know, New York, you know, they'll go somewhere. They may go somewhere out of town and they try to wave that New York flag, and they ain't got two nickels to rub together. But people think there's something special because they're from New York. Some of these dudes be living with their mamas, living with their parents, still living with their parents in their 30s and 40s. We get caught up in this TV thing, and some of us, we don't travel. Most of us don't really travel. There's people who still think of Texas as some type of undeveloped landmass. Family. For people who have never been to Texas, you can pretty much tell them anything and they'll believe it. I was in the Midwest once, St. Louis. I was sitting in a hotel room after the show with some girls. I swear for God, I told these girls that in Houston, we don't have all of the murder that they have in St. Louis and Chicago and New Orleans and all of the big cities. We don't have that, because when we have a disagreement with somebody, we go to the sheriff and we ask the sheriff for a shootout. We have to apply for a shootout. I said this, and I promise you, they was like, for real? Because they sitting up there watching those Western movies, and they thinking that Houston and Texas is one and the same. And they're thinking that whatever's going on in these Western movies is what's going on in Houston, because Houston is located in Texas. What was going on in those Western movies ain't going on in one city in Texas, let alone Houston, which is the most metropolitan city in Texas, the most cosmopolitan city in Texas. So anyway, I tell her that we have to go to the sheriff to get permission for a shootout. And the shootouts are usually arranged on Sundays at sundown. I say that fam, she fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Both of them. I said it's the shootouts are arranged at sundown on Sundays. And none of your friends or family members can try to help you. If they jump into the fight, they try to get into the fight or whatever, they automatically are sent to jail and they're executed. You know, they automatically get executed. So we don't have all of that gang banging and stuff and people having shootouts. We don't have all of that in Houston. So, and also you have to, you know, we have the shootout. The way the shootout is arranged is that you meet up in a town square, you take 10 paces, and then you turn around and you shoot. If you turn around and you shoot your opponent before taking 10 paces, you automatically are executed. They don't play in Houston at all. We don't have them type of problems. And I said also, we don't have problems with carpooling, all of that pollution and stuff that y'all get in these cities, in the big cities. We don't have that in Houston because we don't do carpooling. We do wagon pooling. Like we'll have like 5 or 6 families on a wagon that going to school and going to work. And, you know, it take longer to get there, but we live longer. Man, these girls fell for the hook, line, and sinker because they sit up there watching them damn Western movies. You ever notice that even when they do those reality shows Every time they show Houston, they all that shit, man. We don't do that out here. But every time they're doing a reality show and they show some part of Houston or any part of Texas, they got to. We don't have that shit out here. We don't respect that. Yes, we do. Some of us do wear cowboy hats and cowboy boots and all that kind of stuff. My son makes cowboy boots, but the majority of people in Houston don't wear cowboy hats and cowboy boots. It may be less than 1%. And it's not something that you see every day. Depending on where you go, you may not see anybody wearing cowboy boots or a cowboy hat. Now, when the rodeo comes around, yeah, everybody pulling out their hats and their boots and stuff. But that ain't something you see every day in Houston. People, we got to get out the house more, fam. You know, people are always talking about, we outside. No, man, you got to get outside the city. You know, you got to get outside of your state. You got to travel and see how other people are living. Thank God for hip hop, because it afforded me the opportunity to travel and see different cities and see how people move in different states. And even though we have more commonalities than we have differences, those few differences that we have, those cultural differences that we have, makes us unique. And so I embrace all of that stuff. I embrace how people talk in New York or Cali, you know, or even in like Louisiana. I embrace it. Yeah, man. You know, all that stuff. I embrace all of that. I don't be trying to look down and talk about people and I'll disparage them like, hey, where you from? And all that stuff. I don't do that. I embrace the different, those different cultural things that we have, those different cultural norms that we have. You know, even though Dallas is in Houston, there's dudes in Dallas that still be wearing perms. We don't wear perms in Houston. We don't do that, but they do it, and that's their thing. Ain't nobody tripping on it, but it's some dudes out there that still be wearing perms. That's their thing. I ain't got no problem with it. It ain't doing nothing to me, but it just lets me know, man, I'm in Dallas. You go to Austin, Austin is in Texas. You go to Austin, everybody riding bicycles and scooters. It don't bother me. I'm not really a bicycle dude. I'm not a scooter dude. But it don't bother me that that's what they're doing. It don't bother me that Austin got on 1,000 bars where people just kind of sit around and drink beer and talk. I'm not really a beer drinker. But it don't bother me that other people are. Back to T.I., fam. If you're just not joining the live, T.I. was arrested. Let me put a pic of T.I. up right quick. T.I. was arrested in Atlanta, of all places, as a mistaken case of identity. In a mistaken case of identity, T.I. was arrested in Atlanta. Mistaken case of identity. T.I. First of all, T.I. is synonymous with Atlanta. T.I. is one of the most recognizable faces in Atlanta. He's one of the most recognizable faces in the entire country. But Atlanta is where he's from. That's where he lay his head. That's where he built his empire, in Atlanta. And they had the nerve enough, the people, security at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport had the nerve to mistake him for another Clifford Harris who was wanted in Baltimore, Maryland. You know, Clifford Harris is T.I.'s real name. That's his government name. The suspect is wanted for alleged involvement in violent behavior towards a woman stalking, and possibly involving a gun. T.I. was taken from the airport to Clayton County Jail. Since the arrest warrant was issued out of state, the arrest triggered an automatic extradition hearing. T.I.'s attorney told TMZ he got on the phone with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and had T.I. released within 2 hours of his arrest. The judge reviewed and dismissed the extradition order. That phone call could have happened at the airport. Why did they have to send T.I. to jail before releasing him? They could have did. Look, fam, it is my opinion that those uncivilized mutts at the airport knew exactly who T.I. was, but when they saw that was a Clifford Harris that was wanted, they decide, oh, this is a nice one. Look at this. Look at God. Or in their case, look at the devil. Let's get him, Earl. And they arrested him because they could. They arrested him because they was hating. They knew damn well who T.I. was. They knew exactly who he was. But they arrested him because they could. Because, see, that's what uncivilized mutts do. Uncivilized mutts, they live their life in reverse. Everything to them that's good is bad, and everything bad is good. They're like trolls who exist for the sole purpose of causing confusion and trying to make other people's lives as miserable as theirs are. That's what they do. Ain't no way in the world you're going to make me believe that T.I. was at an airport in Atlanta that he frequents on top of everything, and somebody mistaked his identity. First of all, let me tell you how the airport stuff go. When you come to the airport, when you're a celebrity and you come into the airport, the people that work in the airport automatically know who you are. They're looking because they work at the airport and they see people coming in and out all the time. And so the people that work at the airport, they almost got like a celebrity censor or something. As soon as you come through, they what's up? There is no airport that I go to in the United States of America, fam, where I'm not recognized by at least somebody that works at the airport. They know when you coming through. When I hit LA, man, what's up, Willie D? What's up, Willie D? New York, what's up, Willie D? What's up, Willie D? Miami, what's up, Willie D? What's up? You know what I'm saying? H-Town, baby. H-Town for certain, because that's where I lay my head. This is where everybody know who I am. So when I come through, they like, what's up, man? Look, man, everywhere I go, every station, every step you take, when you first walk in for your baggage, boom, they know you. When you go, if you have to deal with the kiosk, they know you. And I fly commercial. I think T.I. fly private, but I fly commercial. But even on the private side, I've done that, and they know you. When you walk in, they know you. The people that what do you call them people? The agents, the ticket agents, they know you. They look at me, hey, how you doing? Ooh. They know. Those people know. Security know. If there's a guy inside shining shoes, he know you. They know those faces. And T.I. ain't just know any face. He's one of the most famous faces in all of Atlanta. You can't make me believe that they didn't know who T.I. was. They arrested that man because they could. They need to be investigated, fired, and put in prison. That's right. I ain't got no love for him and no respect for him, fam. They don't deserve a tap on the wrist. They deserve to be jailed for abusing authority. It's got to be a charge somewhere. It's got to be a charge in there somewhere. They need to be put in prison, not even jail, prison. It's too many people that work in law enforcement that arrest people and put people through that traumatic experience just because they feel like it, just because they can. They should be locked up. That's what should happen. As soon as the judge removed the extradition and let T.I. be released, he should have called for them to be arrested. The prosecutor should have stepped in. Okay, y'all bring your ass over here. Man, get inside that jail. Get inside that jail cell. I ain't got no love for him, fam. I ain't got no love for him at all. Because I know they knew what they was doing. It's just like, and then it's some damn bug in here. Yeah, it's just like how they profile when you're going through the airport. They'll profile you. I'm gonna get that damn whatever the hell that is. But yeah, they'll profile you, fam. They know you ain't got nothing on you. They can tell, but they want to pat all on you, all that old stuff. They want to get all up on you. I couldn't even have a job like that. Give me a wand. I use the wand, but I ain't finna be patting on no dude, touching on no dude body. Like, I don't want to be touching on no dude like that every day. That's my job. What you do? I pat men down. All that touching on dudes' nuts. They averaging 1,500 nuts a week. I mean, 1,500 nuts a day. Just patting dudes' balls and stuff every day, all them dude cracks and all. Man, nah, that's for certain types of dudes. I couldn't do it. I think it's for the type of dudes who like doing it. Sandra Vincent, sup? Yo, Coretta Scott Queen, sup? Said 1,500 nuts a day. I probably should have said 1,600, make it an even number. Somebody gonna be nutless. Herbert McLeod, what's up? What's up, Jeff Jacobs? Clayton Ward, True Story, PD609, L. Woods. Monique, Big Mike Dunk Rider. Mickey made it. Mickey made what you made, Mickey? Darian Terry. Seth. What's up, Seth? Michael Williams. Trey Sean. What up, Omar Lewis? You're just not joining, fam. We're talking about T.I. being arrested at an airport in Atlanta. So say for mistaken identity. So this happened on a Sunday night at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. A warrant had been issued for another man named Clifford Harris, the same as T.I.'s real name, who was wanted in Baltimore, Maryland. The suspect is wanted for alleged involvement in violent behavior towards a woman, stalking, and possibly involving a gun. T.I. was taken from the airport to Clayton County Jail. Since the arrest warrant was issued out of state, the arrest triggered an automatic extradition hearing. T.I.'s attorney said that he got on the phone with Clayton County Sheriff's Office and had T.I. released within 2 hours of his arrest. The judge reviewed and dismissed the extradition order. He should have reviewed, dismissed the extradition order, and demanded that those uncivilized mutts who arrested him be charged. This, in my opinion, fam, is another case of where members of law enforcement stretched their authority. They knew damn well who T.I. was. Ain't no way you live in Atlanta. There is no way that you live in Atlanta and you work in the airport in Atlanta, where famous people come through all the time, where T.I. come through all the time. And it's impossible for you not to know who he is. They lying. Even if one person didn't know, the other person knew. Even if the ticket agent didn't know, security knew. If this ticket agent didn't know, you ask another, they see what the commotion is about, then the other ticket agent knows. If that one don't know, this one knows. The security knows. If security don't know, the baggage guy knows. They knew who T.I. was, man. They locked that man up because they could. I don't trust them. And if they did that to T.I., if they engaged in something so petty, they need to be investigated, because I know for a fact they've done some other things that was inappropriate. Lorna Thomas. Tyrone Biggs. Ron Holmes. Yeah, locking that man up, messing with him. Like they can't, like there can't be two damn Clifford Harrises out there. I bet you I bet you in every damn city in America, there's several Clifford Harrises. In Atlanta alone, Atlanta probably got at least a couple of hundred Clifford Harrises. In fact, let me look this up. Right now, I'm only seeing T.I. name. And I'm seeing articles about T.I. See if I can. Let's see. Search. No, I don't want. Yeah, okay, yeah, I want that. Let's see what I can find here. So they found 15 Clifford Harrises in Atlanta, in the Atlanta area. Let Let me see if I can. I don't know, maybe. Social media, phone numbers, locality, success. Why this damn thing taking way too long to catch up? You know what? I'm gonna try another one, fam. I'm gonna try another one because they playing too many games. They try to send you down that rabbit hole. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Atlanta Hartsfield Airport is playing games. Everybody involved with that arrest should be arrested. Starting with the ticket agent who first alerted the security. You can't tell me they was not in on it. These damn search things takes too long, so I'm gonna abort. I'll abort. They're taking too long. You know what, fam? Let's take a poll right quick. I'm gonna read you the article one more time, and then you guys give me your opinion. Give me your honest opinion on what y'all think really happened. I'm gonna read the article, give you the benefit, give you the context, and then you tell me what you think. So this is the article as reported by TMZ. Rapper T.I. was arrested on mistaken identity Sunday night at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. A warrant has been issued for another man named Clifford Harris, the same as T.I.'s real name, who was wanted in Baltimore, Maryland. The suspect is wanted for alleged involvement in violent behavior towards a woman, stalking, and possibly involving a gun. T.I. was taken from the airport to Clayton County Jail. Since the warrant was issued out of state, the arrest triggered an automatic extradition hearing. T.I.'s attorney said he got on the phone with Clayton County Sheriff's Office and had T.I. released within 2 hours of his arrest. The judge reviewed and dismissed the extradition order. The Clifford Harris, who is wanted, reportedly weighs 205 pounds. T.I. reportedly weighs 165 pounds. The complaint was filed on June 13th this year. Okay, now, who believes, by a show of hands, who believes? Give me a thumbs up if you believe it. Give me a thumbs up if you believe that the people at the airport really didn't know who T.I. was, and it was indeed a case of mistaken identity. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, them uncivilized mutts knew who he was. They was just messing with that man. Let me see where y'all at, man. Let me see where y'all at with it. Mike Nice down. Polo, what up? Angel Heaven down. Cornelius Brown down. Angel Heaven down. Carnell Mosley down. Connie down. Raina down. Sean down. A down. G Life down. John Foster down. Jonathan down. Champ down. My name is Corey down. Lori down. Angela down. Mike Dan down. Sunflyers down. Tyrone down, Pamela down, Trayshawn down, Motown down, Washington down, Watching down, Jermaine down, Cy down, Lakeisha down, HHT down, Cassandra down, DH down, Eddie down, John down, Tyrone down, Keisha down, Cyber down, Let's Talk About It down, Martin Tucker down, Lady Chart down, Raven down. Guess who down? LS down, Harold down. So it's down, down, down. So Hartsfield, Jackson, Airport. We don't believe y'all. We believe y'all set the homie up because y'all was jealous. That's what we believe. We don't believe y'all. We believe that y'all are some uncivilized mutts. And I know at least one of y'all gonna see this. Y'all gonna see it. And I'm gonna double down. I think y'all knew exactly what y'all was doing. I think y'all knew exactly who T.I. was. If the man is sitting here telling you who he is, how long does it take you to just do a quick Google search? Just do a quick Google search. The man seems to be adamant that he ain't the Clifford Harris you're looking for. He ain't the Clifford Harris that we're looking for. Let me just see right quick. You saying you T.I. So you T.I. Huh. And Clifford Harris is your real name. Yeah, that's him. That look like him. That's him. Yeah, that look like it. Yeah. Okay. See, that's what a sensible person would have said. That's what a civilized person would have done. But now you uncivilized much, y'all did this. we don't have to look at the internet. We don't have. We're not going to Google you. We don't care. Like your name, sir. Turn around. Hands behind your back. They didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. A quick Google search would have confirmed his identity. He didn't have to get his lawyer on the phone with the judge and all that stuff. A quick Google search would have confirmed his identity. But they didn't care about that. They wanted to embarrass him. They wanted to put him in jail. They wanted to put them cuffs on him. And they did it. They stretched their authority. So I'm saying that they need to be legally punished for that. Since they use their position illegally, they should be legally charged for doing that. And I hope T.I. stick it to him. Put that pressure on them suckers. Because if you were in violation, if T.I. was in violation, they damn sure would stick it to him. They damn sure ain't finna give him no breaks. I'll make sure I punish them suckers. I'm finna dig in their pockets. And I'm trying to file some criminal charge. Whatever I can do to get them, I'm gonna get them. I wouldn't let it ride. I wouldn't let it slide. You got people out here that's really out here committing crimes. Dudes out there all over Atlanta with masks on, sticking guns in people's faces. That's who their asses need to be out there trying to catch up with. You got people trying to slide knives on the plane and ease guns on the plane so they can hijack the plane. That's who they need to be using the resources on. That's who they need to be spending their energy on. Catching up with them uncivilized mutts. But that's too much like right. In fact, since they are the uncivilized mutts also, they probably in cahoots with the people who try to commit crimes at the airport. You can't miss T.I. He everywhere. T.I. arrested at the airport, any airport, first of all, any airport in the U.S., any airport in the U.S. Mistaken identity? Even if he was overseas, if he was in another country, all I got to do is Google him. Okay, let's Google Clifford Harris. He says his name T.I. Okay, what's your name? T.I.? Your rap name? Your rapper? Okay, you T.I.? Oh, that is you. Hey, can I get a picture? We know you want a picture. Come on, take the picture. Got no problem taking the picture if you cool. That's all they had to do, fam, is do that Google search and everything would have worked out. But they didn't want everything to work out. They wanted to put cuffs on him. They wanted to humiliate him. They wanted to put the cuffs on him, and they wanted to put him in jail. They wanted him to blow his cool. Perhaps become violent, become belligerent, get loud. That's what they was counting on. They wanted to get him out of character. So perhaps they can have an excuse to harm him physically. I hope he bring the hammer down on them uncivilized mutts. They got to go. If they did that to T.I., they're going to do it to somebody else. And next time, it may be worse, a lot worse. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, y'all enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.